Okay, so here's the problem. We just got an email from a client, and it's a really big client. We're supposed to film this in Atlanta, which is a location we can drive to easily. They've looked all over the city, scoured the place to see if there's a location we can film. Apparently there's nowhere in Atlanta that will work. The closest place they can find is San Antonio.
To drive from Atlanta to San Antonio is about 15 hours.
If we drive there, that's time editing too. So like a job that was supposed to take 2 days of filming now takes...
That's our entire week.
So what do we do?
I mean, what if I drive the gear and then I could just have all the gear there, like ready to go, and you guys fly in?
I hate for you to have to drive by yourself all the way to San Antonio though.
Oh, I don't care. I love driving.
He loves driving.
We devised this plan. Let's fly really early to San Antonio, get there in a couple of hours, and then have a full day of filming. To do that, we gotta wake up at the butt crack of dawn.
So we had to leave for the airport at like 4:30 in the morning or something like that.
It's a beautiful 4:51 a.m. I woke up much like a SpongeBob Squidward meme of eyes bloodshot at 3:32. Freaking out that I overslept my alarm, so it's a good day. We get to the Atlanta airport, drive all the way down there, and it's like 7:30 in the morning.
I realized I forgot my mask, and you gotta have a mask to fly. My wife, luckily she had one of her masks in the car, in the glove compartment, but it was definitely a very feminine mask. I put it on, and I just had to own it for the rest of the trip. We met with Ryan there at the airport. He was interning with us for a while before this trip, and he had just finished his internship. So we called him up and we were like, hey, can you do this one last job with us? You know, it was like a bank heist or something. Like, we've got one more job, you know?
I'm in.
Ellis had to drive all of the gear there by himself.
During this trip, I had to make a solo journey to San Antonio. I had a lot of close calls with accidentally driving to Florida. I can't imagine. I'd probably be fired if I took all the gear to Florida instead of Texas. I had to stay in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The hotel that we got was in the middle of like downtown Baton Rouge, and this place had the worst parking I've ever seen in my entire life. They only have valet. It's me by myself unloading all of this gear, trying to get it onto these luggage carts, and then I have to leave the rest of the gear in the car. It's valet only, and I'm like, I'm giving the keys to this valet driver. The car has like hundreds of dollars worth of gear, if not like more. So I can't sleep at all while I'm in Baton Rouge because I'm like paranoid that someone's just gonna steal all of the gear in the car. I had some of the worst food in my entire life in Baton Rouge. Honestly, I don't like Baton Rouge that much. I think that's the moral of this story, is don't ever go there. But then I got to San Antonio and it was like night and day difference. The guy's like, let me help you load up this. I'll even help you bring it to your room. He's helping me bring the gear in the room. I was like, wow, this is like way better than the valet in Baton Rouge. So, Texas, I like your hospitality. I got there a little early, got to hang out in the hotel, but I had to be careful because I was walking around taking photos to send to Luke and Brad of the property, going around like this, and there's like a little water park with like kids and women and stuff. I'm like, let's not take photos of them, not be weird.
Then we fly into San Antonio and have possibly one of the longest days I've had in a long time. I think we finished up around like 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. Yeah.
All night shoot.
All day, all night.
There was one shot in particular that I remember that we spent probably a few hours on. We were working on some lighting ideas. I'm trying to get this wide shot where we also want to have a light directly over the subject, but also behind her head a little bit. But it's like it's too far for any of our gear to reach. So we invented what we called the extendo arm. Sometimes with lighting, you gotta be able to reach a little further. And instead of setting up a C-stand, we did this. Show them, Ryan. Extendo arm.
Perfect.
We turn it into the client, and their notes are we should remove that scene. And they were right. It didn't serve the video. Sometimes you end up cutting things that you might have spent a long time on. It's not about like how good the shot looked or whatever. It's whether or not it serves the video as a whole.
We're doing this scene where Brad is dressed up as room service, and he's lifting a tray that's showing some raw chicken, which smelled disgusting. The chicken was raw because they wanted to make it look more presentable on camera, so they added some sear marks because it supposedly looks better than like a fully cooked chicken. But he's holding like the tray like this and doing this, and there's like an attractive woman in a bathrobe opening the door.
I remember seeing a woman walking down the hallway. I look at my hand and it's holding a plated thing of raw chicken. The realization was, this looks like we're shooting some sort of porno.
Luke's right here filming this like intro. Brad's over here, you know, waist high like food container, lifting it up, and then she's like smiling, door open in a bathrobe, and we're like, oh no.
The hotel was not doing room service at all, which made it seem like we're up to very nefarious things. It was a super fun shoot, fun experience getting to film in a completely other state, you know, first time flying for a job.
So we were filming the whole time we were there pretty much, but we tried to like really work it in so we could get it done, and that the last night we were there, we could actually go to the Riverwalk in San Antonio.
One of the benefits to going to Texas was the possibility of getting cowboy hats. I was fully prepared to drop, you know, a lot of money on a very solid cowboy hat to cover this shiny dome. Alas, when we got to the Riverwalk, everything was closed.
All I'm saying is I wanted a cowboy hat because I wanted to show up at the airport with the cowboy hat, sign, big belt, sunglasses on, and be like, I'm here for Sons of Bear Films. Welcome to Texas. And I stopped at multiple places in Texas and I can't find them anywhere. So I don't know what's going on with Texas. Maybe they're trying to shy away from like their heritage.
We had a really great dinner. We went to this really awesome place. They made handmade guacamole that they prepared fresh at the table for us. That was really cool.
Something about me is that I have a lot of food allergies. That makes traveling hard sometimes. I'm definitely allergic to nuts and peanuts and stuff like that. And because of my food allergies, I pack a ton of food to take with me. You know, the whole trip, all I have to eat basically is like packs of tuna and freeze-dried strawberries. We went to this restaurant. It's like kind of a nice restaurant. They'll prepare guacamole like tableside for you. I ask them like, you know, what kind of oil they use. Of course, it's peanut oil. I didn't end up eating there either.
But we did get to see the Alamo, and I certainly remember it. So
we are outside of the Alamo, located here in San Antonio, Texas. We definitely got some ghosts here at the Alamo.
Can I just say something? I really don't think there's any ghosts here.
Yeah, Brad, how was the trip so far?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah?
Yeah.
that's San Antonio for you. See you, Alice. Bye.
We're in the middle of a gas crisis where we don't know if Ellis can even make it home. So he's probably going to update us about that soon.
Luke texted me like, by the way, there's been a ransomware attack. Basically, all of their like computers have locked up and there's going to be a huge gas crisis really soon. It's only affecting the southeast, so you should be good while you're there, but on the way back it could be a lot of trouble. I'm getting message after message from like my friends and family. They're all like, there's no gas anywhere. It's become like a huge crisis, like out of nowhere. I'm like freaking out because I basically have like up until the end of Louisiana, and then I hit the area where like the gas crisis starts. I got really lucky. I filled up in Louisiana and was able to make it to the edge of Alabama. And they just so happen to have the 87 gauge gas. I fill up on that and I'm able to make it all the way home.
And that is our trip to San Antonio in a nutshell. You know, we pulled it off. It was worth it, you know, because the client's happy, you know, we're happy with how the footage turned out. And in the end, we got a really awesome product.
What's up? Thanks for checking out this vlog. You know, you can always subscribe to the channel or watch another one right here, or right here, right here. I don't know. But thanks for watching. Catch you later, guys. Peace.